Hey, how you doing? So, I'm gonna go ahead and get started because I'm limited on time today, but I'm just sharing a few updates and we're gonna get into this Cancer season. We're gonna pull some cards to divine on the energy, but first, when it comes to the updates, so I had recently shared that I may not have. I was talking about closing out Patreon, but I've decided that I'm going to go ahead and keep that open. And so that'll be a place where people can come and work with me one-on-one if they need that. So we'll still have the tarot section, hypnotherapy, and the conjure, but I'm going to be adding in some astrology and some a section for womb work, but that's going to be combined all in total with everything that's already there. So we'll be meeting to connect in regards to that in like group settings. It's possible to receive one-on-one readings with me in the tarot, the hypnotherapy, to receive hypnotherapy, and in the conjure to connect with your ancestors, connect with the magic within you, and to also, if at any time you are needing conjure work, I will be able to do that. And with the womb wellness, we'll be connecting with the spirit of the womb, all parts of that, and really just learning how to connect with that feminine aspect of us, and aligning ourselves with our own personal rhythm and doing all of those things. What's up, Sine? And so that'll be there. And with the astrology, we will I'll be going over each month of what the astrology is, and there will be a workbook there that you can work your own personal chart, get to know yourself, really just offering ways that you can continue to meet you in whichever way it is that you need, so that you can support yourself within and through your growth. Okay, and what else? So I decided that I'm going to leave my personal readings up on the website. So for those who need tarot readings, that'll be there, and the conjure section is open as well. So with that, that's a little different because I'm moving more into solely focusing on being a root worker, the root worker that I am, and helping people create change in their life with the assistance of spirit, and the connection with that, and to elevate and grow and thrive. And that portion will continue to grow over the months, over the years, into what it is that I have planned at this time. But for right now, what is up there is the availability to receive conjure root and root work. So you would need to sign up for a divination session first, so that we can see what's going on, what you need, and all those things. And then from there, the root work will take place, which is not something that happens like in a quick kind of manner, because with conjure, with root work, it takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of energy that's needing to be put into it, because it involves evoking spirits, and bringing them to the forefront so that they can help assist you within what it is that you're desiring within your world, within your life. And there will be some products available, but it's gonna be a while because it takes time to really produce what is needing to be provided in that spectrum of things, in the way in which it is that I want it to be, so yeah, that's pretty much it with the updates. Just if you want to join Patreon, the price that's always been there is going to be there. It's still the same. And if you need a reading, or you're needing some root work done, some personal conjure work done, check out the website, see what is there available, and we can get into it. We can talk about it. All right, so but let's go ahead and get into this Cancer season. So happy summer to you all. I hope y'all staying cool because it's hot. I don't know where you at, but it's hot here in Houston. All right, we like in the hundreds of degrees, and yeah, and we are in the first zodiac sign season that kicks off summer, which is Cancer. So Cancer is a cardinal sign, so it's a lot about taking the lead, taking charge in what it is that we're doing, making sure that we're doing what needs to be done in order for the goals to be met, to achieve our aims, you know, what it is that we want, how we want it. It's a lot about safety and security and protection of the self, and this comes down a lot to knowing who it is that we are and accepting that and embracing that, because Cancer has a lot to do with the influence, right? So this is the energy from within that's being carried out that other people notice but don't directly see, right? Because influence is something that is subtle. It's not something that's of a more of a nature of like, hey, I'm here, see me. It's more mother energy, like I'm showing up and this is what I offer you, and through that you're learning that, you know. Hey Daisha. And so we are taking a lot of time in reflection during this Cancer season, because we have Saturn and Pluto that's in retrograde, and Neptune's going on retrograde on the 28th when we have this new moon coming up. All right, so it's going to be a lot of revelations coming forth, I should say. Like, it's like a reality check for real. So cardinal signs and mutable signs, we're really all in this space of change, of shifting, you know, even in fixed signs, because Pluto is in a cardinal sign, Saturn is in a fixed sign, Aquarius, okay, and Neptune is going to be in this mutable sign. So wherever your element, your dignity shows up within the zodiac, that is how you're going to be affected, or that aspect you'll be affected. So the fixed signs are having to focus a lot more when it comes to our responsibilities, our discipline, our work, you know, what it is that we're doing in order to meet where we're going, where we at, you know. It's a lot of change. Like Aquariuses in general are having a lot of reflection that's taking place when it comes to what's needing to be done in order to meet the goals, in order to make it real so that it can become a thing, right? So after October 23rd, these lessons should have been embraced enough and recognized enough to be able to manifest what it is that's needing to be manifested. All right, so this is a lot of putting in the time, because Saturn is about time, you know. So maybe the fixed signs may utilize astrology a lot at this time, right, and really allow that to serve, really paying attention to the movement of the sun, the movement of the stars, even the planetary, all the planetary aspects that's going on. So it might be a good time for, if you don't know astrology, to really get into it, right? And then the cardinal signs, we have this Pluto and Capricorn energy in retrograde. So this is that's some really deep energy. Like Pluto and Capricorn for me is the coldest winter ever. All right, so this is like some really dark, hidden aspects of the self that have been frozen, that have been stuck, you know, and really needing to make the space, find the room to come up out of it. And Pluto being in retrograde is doing that for us. It's allowing us to see things very clearly, to see the light within the darkness, but from within, letting go of toxic traits, letting go of ancestral karmic aspects, a lot of debt, right? So anything that can create debt, not necessarily I got a negative balance, but when we buying houses, we create debt. When we buying cars, when we paying rent, that's debt because the money is leaving out, right? Or if we are investing in relationships that aren't uplifting us, that creates a sense of debt as well, you know. So this is a lot about our finances when it comes to that cardinal energy. So the cardinal signs, Capricorn, Cancer, what else do we have? Aries and Libra, right? So it's this doesn't necessarily even have to be if this is a predominant energy within your chart. This can even just be where these placements lie within your astrological makeup, okay? And really just choosing to go into the shadows, choosing to acknowledge the darkness for what it is and accept it and not be ashamed of it. Don't feel guilty about whatever things are, and it's almost connecting with that aspect of, if you need help, you need to ask for it. All right, and you gotta ask for it from those who will help you, give you that help it is that you need to help you move forward and grow in the way that you are wanting to grow. So, and with this Neptune being in retrograde with the mutable signs, so that's what, Pisces, Sagittarius, Virgo, and Gemini. So things are about to become really clear. All right, so wherever things have been foggy, misty, like the mind has just been not being able to figure out things during this time, cause this is going to be from June 28th to December 3rd, right? So with that energy, this is a lot of things coming to light, a lot of things coming to surface, recognizing where it is that we've been overdoing it, where we've been sacrificing ourselves way too much, where it is that our unconditional love has like kind of outdone itself, and where we really needing to show up for us, right? And even where it is that we've been seeing relationships that really benefit us in a way that, or we've been seeing it through a perspective that we or have not really necessarily been connecting with them in a way that can serve us, right? So all of these energies together are going to bring a lot of change, a lot of shift in dynamic, especially coming and moving forth into 2023. All right, because Jupiter will be going back into Pisces during this time as well. So it's just a lot of light coming to surface in spaces where we have been blocked, where we've been stagnant, where we've been stifled, where it's been feeling overburdened, and we need to free ourselves for real. And we have this opportunity to do this based on the influences that are existing within the stars at this time. So it's kind of like, it's up to you. You do the work or not. I mean, if you don't, then it will reveal itself. Things will happen as they may, but at the end of the day, it be up to us, So during this Cancer season, all of these things are going on with these outside planets, so they won't be readily in our face, but those subtle things that we feeling within, that it's just like, what is this? Is that, connect with that, see what that is, be willing to go within and just be like, all right, I'm gonna embrace and accept this. I'm gonna do what I gotta do, So the sun, this Cancer season, it's gonna be, it's gonna be in this square, these squares with this Aries energy. We have Jupiter there. Hi, Crystal. We have these Aries energies that they're gonna square, all right, and that's gonna show us where we have grown within our dynamics of ourself and connecting and relating with ourselves, where we need to step up and take initiative, right? Because Aries and Cancer are both cardinal signs, so they're gonna get it done. Squares can speak about tension, but it's not always that. Sometimes it's just the growth it is that's taking place from the lessons it is that we've learned, right? So this may be coming through the healing dynamic in relation to our family, in regards to ourselves and who it is that we are as an individual. And these things are going to help us grow and expand and bring in the abundance it is that we want for our life, the expansion, the movement, the flow. It's going to happen in a fairly quick way when these two energies come in connection with one another. And it's also with the water signs, right? So a trine to the south node, a trine to Neptune. So just really being able to, our intuition, our understanding, our insight is going to be on point in a way that it has yet to be, right? Or that we have experienced yet this year, I should say. Or since when I say year, I mean more so like spring energy up until now, so it's important for us to be paying attention to the signs, recognizing the synchronicities, the symbolisms, and everything like that. And if you're wanting to learn more about that, joining us in that first tier on Patreon in the tarot tier, that's a lot of what we'll be learning, because I'm going to be teaching a lot. We're going to be learning tarot over there and numerology, okay, and how the signs and symbols show up and what they mean, and giving y'all space to connect with what it is that it means for you, right? Because it's not always the same for everybody. So we're going to go ahead and get into these cards and see what's going on here. So, great spirit, ancestors, those who are watching and witnessing this reading at this time, what messages, insight, guidance do you have for us right now? What would you like for us to know? Those angels and spirits that provide stability, security, prosperity, protection, that show us the way, that bring us the light and reveal in the darkness. What do you need us to know at this time? What do we need to take with us? What is in our way? How can we work through this? What steps do we need to take? Okay. Allow me to be a bridge, a spirit for these messages to come through for those who are viewing this at this time. Ashe. Okay, so the dice that rolled out is Neptune and Leo in the 8th house. So Neptune and Leo is a very creative energy, right? It's a very fun energy. This is about being seen in regards to yourself, really, because 8th house is the depth of who it is that you are, but the depth in relation to lifetimes and lineage, you know, and creating world based upon that. So this season we may be spending a lot of time learning deeply about ourselves, connecting with our self-confidence, right? Moving through any type of blockages, any type of power struggles that have been holding us back, suppressing us, and being able to share our voice, right, in a very creative, unique, and dynamic way, right, and being very true to who it is that we are on a soul level, and allowing us to be seen, right, without, again, feeling that shame, feeling like we need to hide, feeling like it's something wrong with being who it is that we are, right, and really tapping into our genius. Like Neptune and Leo has a very strong quality of genius, and what is it like? This is that energy of people who has this is very much so like Carl Jung type of energy, what is maybe even Van Gogh artists, thinking of painters in that sense, and really connecting with that from the depths of us, from where we come from, for real, right? So we may be really getting in touch with our roots this Cancer season, and that fits with Cancer, because Cancer is about the roots, it's about the lineage, it's about even the karma that comes through the family as well. Very similar to the 4th house, but it's more immediate, whereas 8th house goes beyond the immediate family. Okay, so we are really connecting with our subconscious and what it is that lives there, and how it is that we are expressing that, right? And this may also have a lot to do with our children and finding new innovative ways to connect with them, showing them, like, pulling them up out of all the things it is that we've been experiencing through our creative expression, right? We may be showing up in a new dynamic so that they can be free, right? Freeing ourselves so they can free themselves, okay? Hey there. So let's see. The first card that fell out for us is the 4 of Sticks. So the 4 of Sticks speaks about success. It speaks about stability. It speaks about family as well. You know, it speaks about what it is that we are wanting, what we truly desire for ourselves on an individual basis. And although this has to do with us individually, other people are included. It's like, okay, I need to do this for myself. I need to have this for myself. I need to be living my life in this way so it can benefit those around me. It's also about being very connected to the spirit, and being spirit led when it comes to what it is that's being built, the stability it is that we are wanting, that we are desiring for our lives, and having that foundation. 4 is Cancer energy, so it may be a lot of focus on the home this Cancer season. I mean, not maybe, it will be, it's going to be a lot of focus on the family at this time. Okay, this fell out. So the 8 of Knives came out in reverse. So with this, it's important, we're going to be seeing our way out of where it is that we have been holding ourselves in this victim state, right? So this is kind of like we're at this crossroads and we have many directions we can go. It's like, which way are you going to choose, and which way is going to serve in a way that's going to offer you what it is that you want, and get you out of this mental space of feeling like that you don't have everything it is that you need, right? Or that things are going to, it's kind of 8 of Knives to me, it's like psyching yourself out before you even get started kind of thing, or being in the middle of what you're doing and feeling like you could, it's like being in the space of complaining, right? Being of the space of like, woe is me, right? When in reality it's like, you can choose any direction you want. So what change are you going to make? What are you going to do so that you can bring this stability in forth to you? That's really what that focus is going to be over this time, right? So that you can move forward and get things done in the way in which it is that you wanted to. But first you have to come out of that space of feeling like that the world is against you, right? Things gonna be tough. Like the thing about the spiritual path is, yes, it's a lot of love within that, but challenges don't end. The benefit of it is knowing that you have spirit on your side, that you have ancestors on your side to support you and be able to have the assistance it is that you need to move through and work through it, and being able to find the joy that exists within the challenge, right? Because the challenge comes so that you can grow, so that you can learn. Yeah, that is definitely a theme for all of us right now, so no, you are not alone in that feeling. You are not. So let's see what else is here. So we're going to be coming up out of this conflicting space, right? We have to come out of that place of worrying about what somebody is going to have to say about what we have going on, what we're doing. And maybe that's where that whole victim mindset, like the whole, this is difficult, woe is me, it's like you got to be focused on whatever it is that you got to do. Come up out of that space of the confusion, right? Because sometimes it's simply being confused and not really making the decision that that your instincts are telling you to. It's like we also have to realize we are always protected, and if we trust ourselves enough to go forward with it, the change will come. But we have to trust, we have to have faith, and that's a lot of that Neptune and Leo energy there in the 8th house. Like, you have to be okay with being in the dark, because if you can't make it through the dark, like when you are out in the light, like it's just gonna blind you. You have to be able to allow your eyes to fix in a way that you're gonna be able to see things through. You have to carry out your vision even when you can't see forward where you're going. Like we still have to move forward. Okay, so what else is here? What else is here, Spirit? Okay, so then we have the 3 of Coins here. So again, this is, don't feel like you need to do everything on your own. Make sure you ask who you need to ask, connect with whoever it is that you need to connect with, right? Because you have help, and it's meant for you to recognize that you have help, because what's happening here is an uncrossing of the self, right? Because a lot of the time it's our own emotions and mind and spaces it is that we hold ourselves up in that put us in cross conditions, that keep us from freeing ourselves, that keep us from being able to move forward in a way of ease, and ease is not necessarily that, oh, I didn't have to deal with anything, there were no obstacles. No, obstacles come, right? But this is more so being able to conquer, right? Being able to push through and move through what it is that we're experiencing. And it's like, know that you have help. Ask who, if you can't see clearly, talk about it with somebody so that you can get a different perspective, right? Utilize the wisdom of those that who are around you. Utilize the wisdom of those who have been where you've been so that it can support you in getting there, right? Wherever there is, okay? Because then we have the big queen coming out, and that's Empress energy, right? So that help receiving, all right? This is about receiving, being open, right? Recognize abundance in more ways than just money, right? It's not just finances when it comes to abundance, right? This is about the abundance of love you have, the abundance of support and relationships it is that you have, okay? The abundance of growth it is that you have, right? Or even see the abundance of the negativity it is that you're holding on to, because this is coming out underneath the 8 of Knives. So what thoughts are you having more of than the other, right? Is we have to at some point diminish one thing and uplift another so that we can cancel out that energy, right? Because we don't want to really be putting ourselves in this space where we have to show up, or we're showing up in a space where we are confusing ourselves and having to do more healing work later on down the line, because it becomes traumatic, right? And that begins to live in the body, so that's that 3 of Coins energy. Ask for that help it is that you need so that the energy can continue to flow. Yes, abundance of knowledge from others too. Exactly. So be open to receive, and also be open to give. If you see in somebody, if they're needing help, ask them if you're willing to do that. Hey, can I offer you a hand? What can I do for you? How can I be of support for you? Do you just need an ear, right? Because sometimes that's just that. So let's see, what is the obstacle here? What is the block that's going on here, Spirit? What is this? Okay, so we have the Mother of Baskets coming up in our challenge area. So with the Mother of Baskets coming up, this can go one or two ways. This can be us either not listening to our intuition, not connecting with what it is that is going on within us, or this can be us in this space of kind of like escaping our duties, not really taking care of ourselves, not really nurturing ourselves. And when I say taking care of ourselves, I'm not necessarily meaning like self-care, let's go to the spa kind of thing, but I mean like, are you taking care of your emotional health? Are you taking care of your mental health? Are you taking care of your spiritual health? Are you doing what it is that you're needing to do? Are you being consistent in the flow of the life it is that's being lived and the direction it is that's going, right? Because the emotions and the spirit have a strong tie to one another. It's crossing this 8 of Knives. So it's like all of these things are asking to be dealt with on a very practical way. So it's like things need to happen physically. We have to get up and do this spiritual work. We have to get up and journal in the mornings to get it out. We have to journal in the evening so we can release our day. Okay, we need to do the breath work. We need to do the stretching. Okay, we need to have some talk therapy. All right, we gotta take those cleansing baths. All right, get into those Olympias and release these things from our energetic beings, release these things from our minds, so that we can come to this space of stillness, so that we can get quiet inside, so that we can let it come. When it's a lot of chaos in the mind, in the heart, when we are feeling very anxious and just kind of erratic, it's always difficult for things that's trying to get to us to be received by us, because we are throwing out signals that we're not ready for it. It's not enough space here. I'm caught up in this trying to figure it out, and it's just like, relax, sometimes we can't just figure it out, so where are we supported? Where is our support here, Spirit? That's a lot of cards. Where is our support here, Spirit? Okay, so we have Bishop C.H. Mason coming in the support. So this can be speaking of us either needing to fall back on tradition or shift our traditions in the way in which it is that we've been going about things. And traditions don't necessarily have to be a familial thing. This can simply be something that we've been doing for a very long time in the same way, and it's probably not working, because this is a number 5, and 5 is all about change. We're probably also needing to speak up, to share our voice. Maybe we also need to connect with someone who is of the spiritual nature, someone who is bishop oriented or ordained oriented. This doesn't mean, if you go to church and things like that, maybe you want to connect with your pastor. Maybe you want to connect with your local spiritualist, all right? Your local tarot reader, astrology reader. That falls in that realm of things. Someone who can help you when it comes to the laws of the unseen, right? So that it can support you in being able to move forward in a direction that is going to be steady, right? Because the Bishop C.H. Mason, he's fixed energy, right? And we have Saturn here in the fixed energy. It is asking us to do the work, right? Show up for ourselves, however it is that we're needing to show up for ourselves, and do what it is that's needing to be done, and making sure that we are accepting the grace of Spirit to support us and lead us true in the direction it is that it's going to. And sometimes that looks like connecting on the outside with someone who already has that strong connection, who lives in that way. Okay, so what else is here? It's like we're needing to switch up our laws of the land, whatever it is that we've been like, oh, it has to go this way. I need to do it like this. Well, in reality, we don't have to do anything, and the only thing we need to do is what is for ourselves, right? So this is strongly giving me vibes of, do not sin against oneself, right? What is it that's going to honor you, even if it doesn't lie within the traditions that you came from, right? And that may be, we have Uranus and Taurus. So Uranus is all about rebellion. It's an electrical change, and it's a change that happens in a way that there is no going back afterwards, right? Because it's lightning, it's electricity. Think about lightning striking a tree. It changes its composition entirely. The bark never grows back in the way in which it does. It actually smooths it out, and changes its entire dynamic, right? So it's like, where's this happening for you, and what steps, what practicalities are you embodying, but also embracing and beginning to live in to move forward within this? So let's see, what's the advice? Ooh. So if we have a lot that we're juggling, we are needing to figure out how to let something go, how to delegate. Delegation needs to take place. You need to ask for help when you need help, for real. All right, because what's coming out here is the Two of Coins. And the Two of Coins, he's juggling on a unicycle. It's like he's trying to do this himself. He's trying to keep it up. It's not like he can't do it, but he got this tidal wave coming up behind him, in hopes that his protection circle gonna keep him. And it may, right? But eventually the waves have to come down, right? So it's like you can, in that type of intensity, it's like it's better to have help than to try and do it your own by yourself. All right, by yourself. Not that you can't, right? Not that you can't do it by yourself. Hey, Jordan. But it's better to have the support it is that you need. The Two of Coins coming out here is also saying that know that what it is that you're taking care of, you're gonna be good. Things just do it. we have to move beyond the fear. That's a lot what that's speaking about. Moving beyond the fear and trusting the process. Trusting and knowing that where we're going is where we should be going, right? What it is we're doing, what it is that we're needing to do, because the message that comes out here is 6 of Sticks. Like, we winning. Like, it's happening in the way, may not necessarily be in the way we want it to, but it's taking place. It's moving forward. It's, it's success, right? This card is also giving me, like, and when you attain the success, make sure that you keep a balance when it comes to the ego, right? Don't let yourself get carried away of, like, I can do this, I did this. And it's like, yeah, because I get that, I got an Aries sun and a Leo rising and all these planets in Aries. So, I really be feeling myself, but I know it's not something that I have to be broadcasting. I recognize that the power within that exists when I keep it and hold it and really nurture that energy so it can grow even more, right? We also learning who it is that we are and what it is that we're capable of, right? And reconnecting with our spirit itself, right? Reconnecting with that joy of us, that life within us. Our confidence is being revived. We have 9 of Coins at the bottom. And 9 of Coins is like, yeah, I did this. I have this. My needs are met. I don't really need to, I don't need to worry. I don't have no worries. All that worrying that I did do, I see that it gave me the understanding it is that I needed, but I didn't need to do it. Maybe at the time I did because I needed to learn something. I didn't have no other choice. But moving forward, it's like you know better. You've gained a new sense of understanding of yourself, a new understanding of how to just live your life, right? And 9 of Coins, it lives a beautiful, bountiful life of ease and luxury, So what's here? And we have the gray whale here. And the gray whale says to give and receive genuine loves brings a gift of happiness. So this energy is a lot about connection for us, whether this is connection within our love relationships, connections within even just with ourselves, and coming into that space of wholeness and balance of recognizing who it is that we are in our capacity of being able to see how much it is that we can really hold, right? Because when you go through a difficult time, whether that's outside or inside, we gain this sense of power, in a sense, when we overcome it and like, damn, like I did that. I did this, So the gray whale speaks about greatness, and it says prepare a warm welcome and clear the coast. The gray whale that will swim up to humans and allow people to approach predicts that someone is curiously advancing. You may begin a new relationship, project, change location, job, or course of education, creating a long-lasting effect and shaping your future for many years to come. You will go far in life, so push yourself. Nothing is beyond your expectations, since the migration of a gray whale is the greatest seen in any mammal. 25,000 miles from winter to summer, ground and back. A holiday and travel abroad is forecast by it living along the coast, wallowing in just 2.5 feet of water. So we are in summer now. So whatever's been going on since the winter time, it's coming. Things are coming to fruition. It's really important for us to get out of that space of being very bent up on fear and things not happening, because it's happening. Whatever it is that you can't see right now, you have to learn to have that faith. Like, faith of a mustard seed, that's a real thing. You don't need a lot, but you do have to hold the belief that it will come. Okay, so let's see. Pull a few more cards here. What else is here? What's coming out? Yes, so we have Salchi, I believe that's how you pronounce her name, and she speaks about grounding. So it's really important that we take the time to get grounded in our energy, so we're not self-sabotaging ourselves, and our blessings are not falling away from us. Yes, it'll be posted. I'm gonna share it after I get through. And just really being grounded within ourselves and where we're going, how we're going, what we're doing, and how we're going about it, right? So getting into that breathing, doing that, everything we need, want. Yes, indeed it is. Okay. So she's in the temple of the ancestors, and her element is earth. So we want to get our feet in the ground, maybe in some sand. You're welcome. Maybe get into, maybe the water is grounding for us, okay? Maybe we just want to get outdoors in the sun. But she says, protect your magic. Your heart is your own. Your body is your own. Your mind is your own. Your truth and your story are your own. Be rooted in your truth. Create healthy boundaries. Her embodiment says, your energy is unsteady. Breathe. Come into the present. Say it out loud. I am here. Trauma, stress, overwhelm, anxiety, and fear disconnect you from your body. Grounding keeps you present. When you feel rootless or unsettled, come back to your breath. Meditation and breath work are grounding. Try earthing, connecting your feet to soil. Free riding, clamping, stomping, and rubbing your hands together are all grounding. Her declaration says, I am firmly planted and deeply rooted. Okay? So, maybe playing some music. Whatever it is that you gotta do, y'all. Do that. Do that. Follow your intuition. Like, if you feel, get in touch with those instincts, because that's what that's a lot about as well. Like, when we're really grounded and we are instinctually pulled, we know we can go and do that. We're making the right decision for ourselves because Spirit says so, because we are being divinely led there, you know. This is here. And we have the first house. So this is about you, yourself, you know, knowing you. Hey, CV. And really getting in touch and in tune with that I amness. Don't be letting nobody project anything onto you, okay? Don't know yourself. That's it. Like, and don't do your best to not project yourself out in a way that is not you, right? Be yourself. You don't have to wear a mask. You can show up and be you. You don't have to hide from anyone. It's interesting. I've been having this conversation a lot lately with this Saturn being a retrograde. And it's a lot about us growing up, right? Because Aquarius is about the community and working with other people and connecting and being genuine and wholehearted, right? But it's also about our wishes coming true and us having the faith that things are transpiring. But it's about our long-term goals too, right? So this energy is a lot about us maturing. It's like we gotta grow the fuck up out here, right? We gotta have these conversations. We gotta have these grown-up conversations. All right, we gotta we gotta just be ourselves, right? And be willing and be capable of being able to say what it is that we need to say. It's a lot of Taurus energy here. All right, so this throat chakra is being activated significantly, right? It's okay to speak. It's okay to share your voice and say what it is that you have to say, because that is where we free ourselves up at, okay? So we have the I here. So people are looking at us. We are being seen. We are being recognized, okay? We don't have to worry about anybody not seeing us in a positive light, because they are, right? So this can also be speaking a lot about not like kind of needing to get out of any type of space that has us really suspicious. It's like put to bed anything that is stifling you and being able to see that other people are seeing you in high regard, that are seeing you with eyes of love, you know. Really be able to acknowledge yourself and do some meditation. Take a break. Do some breathing, right? Get out of this frantic state, because what you think is not coming, it's coming, you know? It's on its way. So it's like, just trust it. Keep the faith. Hold the rod. Okay, because it's on its way. And again, ask for help wherever you need it, y'all. Ask for the help. So cleanse those parts, let go of what is burdening you. All right, maybe you want to get into some water, maybe you want to take some baths. Okay, maybe you want to imagine yourself being cleansed, all right, by the Lake of Minnetonka. I don't know, however you go about it, it's right for you. Okay, so this says gestation, water. So something is growing within us. Something, new life is taking place, you know. This is a lot about that amniotic fluid it is that we are born in, that we grow within, right? And there's so much information that lives there, right? So maybe we want to reconnect to that baby self of us, right? That really innocent nature before anything could really taint who it is that we are, you know. And this has a lot to do with cleansing the mind, especially when it comes to like how we're being recognized. That is right, look, and that has a lot to do, my words, it seems like a lot of us are really concerned with how people see us, right? But you know, that's just something that has to be let go of, that we cannot carry with us, because it will have us missing what's really the truth, right? What really is, where the love really is, where the beauty really exists. Like there is nothing but love, you know. There may be places where there ain't love, but you ain't there, right? Them people not around you. And it's important to realize that, to see that, to know that, you know, and come in this space of being ready to receive, you know, right? No, you know me. I'm not gonna say that on this live because I'm trying to keep it cute, but that yes. What is the personal power here for us in this Cancer season, Spirit? Okay, we got 2 cards. Oh, that's nice. We have I am knowledge and I am wild and free. All right. So you have the knowing that you need to be yourself, right? To do you how you do you. You know why you doing you. You don't have to explain that to anybody. If somebody want to know and they ask and you willing to explain, sure, whatever. But it's like, let us mind our business so we can be free and do our own thing. It's time for us to release these old opinions. And at the bottom we have I am beautiful. All right, know that who it is that you are is enough. You are enough. You are worthy. All right, you are valuable. Don't think anything less of that. All right, so let's see what self-care will support us during this Cancer season, Spirit. Self-care. What is the self-care here? So we have cafe here. Maybe you want to meet up with a friend, go have some tea, go have some coffee, maybe some nice time by yourself and enjoying a cup of joe, all right, or a latte, some matcha, whatever you like to start your day with, okay? But definitely take some time to get into that and really enjoy it, really embrace it, okay? Maybe at the times when you are having your coffee, hey babe, when you're having your coffee will be when you receive those messages, you know, when you're really spending time with yourself and it's quiet, all right? And at the bottom here we have ritual. So we want to get into our rituals this Cancer season. Cancer is a great time to do this, and we're going to be coming into these trines with Neptune and Pisces and the South Node in Scorpio. So with that is a lot of strong and powerful energy to get these rituals going. Maybe you want to start something, just start that in a way that is going to assist you in working through these things. Maybe that is the type of cleansing that is going to support you even. Okay, maybe You want to get in a ritual of prayer, a ritual of bath, okay? A ritual of eating breakfast, a ritual of working out, okay? Or maybe you just really want to do some magic. I encourage the magic 100%. Get into it, all right? It'll change your life. So you guys, thank y'all for joining me here on this live. If you missed the updates, go ahead and watch the beginning of this after I post it, all right? And, if you need a reading, hit me up. If you need some root work, let's figure it out before we get into that. All right. And I hope y'all have a wonderful weekend. I hope that, this upcoming moon blesses y'all. Y'all will see me again at the moon. I'll be doing this more often since I got my life figured out. You're welcome, Daisha. Since I got my life figured out, I'll be back doing lives more frequently. Through tarot, all right? So, and I'll probably start sharing some different forms of divination with y'all, because I think that'll be great. But yeah, let me go, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye. Love y'all.